I've been really busy over the holidays, so I haven't had much time for content. But I got to thinking, what better way to bring in the new year than to recap the year we just had, which happens to be my first year of YouTube. Let's rank some scammers and see which scammers placed highest on the leaderboards of 2022. Enjoy. Hacking a scammer's phone line. This one was the first time we ever saw a ghost. And I said in the video, this might mess it up, but we're gonna try it and see, because if it works, it's gonna be funny. And man, this was probably the best time that I had on a Scambait up until Andy 1.0 and Andy 2.0 came in. This was one of my favorite times during my whole YouTube thing this past year.
Oh, I'm sorry. The account number is 49825.
Attention, you're on the phone with a scammer. Get off the phone. I repeat, you're on the phone with a scammer. Get off the phone.
8581 right?
Why are you trying to scam?
Sir, get
You
off
will
the
not
lady's
get
phone.
any money from Alice.
So I'm gonna start with hacking the phone at, this was good. It's not top tier. My energy level was not there for this. I was still new. I was still kind of experimenting, and so I'm just gonna leave that at this was good. Dave Harvey was the first video that Nanobator helped me whenever it was my first time getting an address and I didn't know what to do with it.
Thing is, with these situations, I can usually, I might put this into I'm assuming you've thrown it into a Google Earth.
No,
Not
no, I
even?
was just kind of stuck, you know, like
You're stuck,
I started
yeah.
to write her on Facebook, and then I was like, you know what? Let me see what else I can do before I just break the news to her if she doesn't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. The thing is, though, like, if she is a mule, she'll just probably block you right away and then tell them about it.
Yeah. So I got in touch with Nanobator, and ever since then, me and Nanobator have been really good friends. We talk a lot away from scammers. This video was probably a milestone in my YouTube career. I'm pretty proud of it. So I'm gonna put Dave Harvey. Is it top tier or this was good? Let's go. Just because it was a milestone, I'm gonna put it at top tier. Up next, we got Roman Powers. This was the cringiest Scambait I had ever done. He was trying to get me for $8,600, I think it was. I think this was my third PCH Scambait ever. The energy level was not great, but this was a turning point because I really saw how dangerous these scammers can be. He brought it into Alice's head that he wanted to marry Alice because I led him on to think that Alice has all this money.
All right, listen, sweetheart. Would you like to get married again?
Oh, I mean, I'm 87. I would love to have a man around the house, you know, to cut my grass so I don't have to pay the little boy down the street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm single at the moment.
So with that alone, no, it's not top tier because it's really cringy. You know what? We're gonna go because I don't think if I would have been more into scambaiting at that point, it would probably be top tier. But I was really nervous because it was one of my first Scambaits ever. So I'm gonna leave that at or maybe this was good. No, we're gonna go with
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
The SSA argument. All right, so this was my first SSA. And I've said it before, SSA is there to play with because you're not going to get a whole lot of information with SSA. For those that don't know, it's Social Security Administration. This one, I just called them just to have fun, but it ended up backfiring because the guy knew that I was playing with him, So he knew from the jump. The opener didn't know, but the closer did know. As soon as I spoke to him, he knew. He called me out. So we ended up hanging up after we argued. Like, we got into a really big argument, and we ended up hanging up, and I called back to talk to the closer, but the opener picked up. And when he picked up, you could hear the closer in the background talking about me. And then I speak and I say, let me talk to Samuel. And then he goes, mother, like he found out that I was fake.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection. How can I help you?
Can I talk to Samuel, please?
I'm sorry?
Can I speak to Samuel?
Can you please send me your driving license picture? First of all, in this number.
Is it Samuel?
Then we can with you.
Is this Samuel? I don't want to talk to anybody else but Samuel.
Mother.
So I think he was new to scamming in general, and he was surprised that he fell for that. So for that, I'm gonna put this at this was good, because I'm proud of that. I sound stupid in that video, but I'm proud of it. Police called on Alice and CVS. This is the first time I experimented with actual scenarios.
I know, Alice, but you shouldn't have said anything. You say nothing to no one.
You said
This
what?
could
You're
jeopardize
calling the
your whole
police?
delivery.
Why would you call
You
the
see?
police on me? Damn, please.
Alice,
Please, ma'am. Oh, see, I told you to mind your business now. I just need those gift cards. Hey, Joseph, I'm going to another store.
The scammer sent me to CVS to get gift cards. So, I did the basic play the sound effects and stuff. And I really wanted to mess with him. And it was my first time actually playing different characters. We got the police called on us. Alice gets arrested. That's how the bait ended. So for that alone, just because I was experimenting with scenarios, I'm gonna put this at this was good. I feel like I'm doing too many on this was good. Tash. Okay, so Tash is my first PCH bait ever. I was super nervous, had no idea I was supposed to be getting addresses with PCH. I had no idea. Whenever I first started doing Scambaits, I thought it was like extreme prank calling. So for Tash, I'm gonna put this at please don't do this again. It was pretty bad. I'm proud of my early videos, but I also can't go back and watch them because they're so bad. My energy was not there at all, really camera shy. But I feel like I've worked my way into more of my niche with scambaiting. So we're gonna leave this at please don't do this again. There's a whole story that went on after the bait because I can't remember what all we did, but Alice was running to the store, literally running. And she called after I hung up with her, and I answered on my cell phone, so I didn't have my voice changer because my Google Voice is connected to my cell phone. So it was ringing on my cell phone. So I answered and I was like, hey, this old lady just ran by. She dropped her phone. Todd Sloan, I think is a very good scammer. He's dangerous. He speaks almost like he's from America. Fast talker. He will make the elderly confused.
However, when you called, I was in a meeting, and I missed your call this morning. So I decided that I'm going to call you back again to find out if you're interested in getting your prize.
Oh, all right. Are you washing dishes?
No, I was just washing off my hands.
And that's extremely dangerous. So, for that alone, there's not much that goes with Todd Sloan, but for that alone, I'm gonna put this at top tier because I think anybody that wastes Todd's time deserves an award because you don't know how many people you're saving just by keeping Todd on the phone. SSA redemption. This one, I worked so hard to get SSA. 4 minutes after it's sent to me, I call it and the number's down because I have a full-time job, plus I do this. I have to work really hard to get SSA. So I knew once I got this one, I could not blow it. At least without throwing them for some kind of loop.
think that you are the
Alright, well,
one
I
who
gotta
is
turn
the
around
criminal.
then. I gotta turn around. I gotta go check on him.
What happened?
I ran over the man that was standing in front of my car, but he wouldn't move and I was scared.
Ma'am, are you trying to play with me here?
No, why would I joke
You
about
and that
that?
man,
This is not a
you and that man
game.
tried, you and that man tried to play with. Are you listening?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so you and that man trying to waste my time, right?
Wait, let me turn the car down. What did you say?
I'm saying that you and that man is trying to waste my time, right?
I was still experimenting with scenarios. We ran over a man. I think that was my favorite part of that whole bait. And even then, she still didn't know that I was messing with her, that I was just baiting her. Only whenever I got pulled over by the police, I had to play the police officer. Then she caught on. She was like, "Ma'am, are you messing with me?" And I was like, "No, this is," I was like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, "You and that man have been playing with me." Just because of how long we kept her on the phone and how much we put her through for her to call me out 2 hours later. So for that, we're gonna put this was good. But you know what? I'm gonna take police called in CVS and we're gonna move that down to You know what? I think we're even gonna do that with the SSA argument, because that was a fail. The SSA argument, that was a fail. That was, I will never go back and watch that video again. It's just hard for me to watch. I've gotten compliments on it just because it's funny, but I can't go back and watch that video. Now we go on to my favorite scammers, and I think you know where these two are gonna go. We talked to two different Andy Goldbergs. Both of them we took on like a 2-month run. Andy 2.0 still calls me. These alone are both gonna go top tier. And you know what? We're gonna move Dave Harvey down to this was good. Kind of want to even it out a little bit because I feel like there's too much in some of these categories and some are better than the others. Andy 1.0 we baited for 3 months. Hours on top of hours of footage to go through to edit down into like a 9 video series. Andy 2.0 was not as long, but when I tell you we hit Andy 2.0 so hard, I was not allowed to put what we did to him in a video. We did so much to Andy 2.0 with the help of a few different people, with the help of Nanobaiter, Chester Draws, Dan Gleeballs. We had a lot of fun with Andy 2.0. I think I'm happy with this right here. Actually, no, I'm not. Todd Sloan is gonna go to This Was Good. So we got the two Andys top tier. I believe most people will agree with that. This was good. We got hacking the phone, the first time we ever saw Ghost before Ghost was Ghost. SSA Redemption, I agree with that. This was good. Dave Harvey's in between This Was Good and But just because it was our first address, I'm gonna leave it at This Was Good. Todd Sloan, he's a fast talker. The longer you keep him on the phone, the more people you're gonna save, because he is good at what he does. So I'm happy with that at This Was Good. Is Roman Powers. Roman Powers is between and please don't do this again. We're gonna leave him at The SSA argument, I'm happy with that. Police called in CVS. I'm happy with that. And please don't do this again, Tash. I think this represents the year. There's other videos that I didn't rank on here for certain reasons, but this is what we have so far. So for 2022, I started my channel February 1st, 2022. So we're not up at a year yet, but because the new year's coming in, we're gonna leave the list right here. This is the top 10 scammers that we've talked to so far. I hope to see everybody in 2023. There will be more content to come. A little bit slow right now, just because of the holidays, spending time with family, also having to work, and then trying to find time to do YouTube. I appreciate you all for watching. I love you, and I'll see you this year. It's Takeout. I'll see y'all.